Alright guys, so we about to get right into the video. She just doesn't stop, Sssniperwolf. Let's get into it. And before we start, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm saying it now so I don't have to say it later. And also, I used to watch Sssniperwolf a long time ago, but let's see what's going on with her now.
Huge news, guys! Huge news, guys! Sssniperwolf! She's back in the news, and guess
I didn't find
what?
that video.
It's not good. Has there ever been good Sssniperwolf news? Let's see. Let's Google it. Sssniperwolf news. Ah, crap. This time she's getting flack for not ripping off other people's content or just making terrible content in general, because I think that's the big issue.
Today we are back on Omegle. I've been watching family-friendly Omegle videos, and they be doing scavenger hunts on here.
Last night, Sssniperwolf, a massive YouTuber, showed up outside of our home.
Not for ghosting a dying fan.
You shouldn't have even reached out, because then I could have just told my daughter we tried. I told her you messaged and told her that you wanted to say hi, and instead you blew off a dying 10-year-old girl for days. It's all good.
Wow.
Then Sssniperwolf responds to the mom saying,
Bruh. This time, it's for something that might be even worse somehow. How? 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 What is wrong with you? What's your problem?
There's a big, crazy story involving Sssniperwolf that you probably haven't heard about.
What did she do that's worse than that?
Sure, we get it. You're pretty and stuff. All right. You can be pretty and a good person. Pretty much a piece of shit. Sssniperwolf has not had a very good 365 days past. Many people are going on hard times. It's tough times. The world fucking sucks right now. And for her, relatively speaking, it's probably not that bad. She's getting trashed online a lot. So if that's the pinnacle of bad, then she's really having a hard time. She's impoverished. She's Moe bankrupt. Do a funny Moe bankrupt edit or something. This is her most recent addressing of the criticisms that have been levied her way. I will read it in her voice. I have a backup of videos in Screenshot. Before she changed the thumbnail to make it look like I copy her, I have proof she copied my thumbnail. So, the way I speak, the joke I make, period. The way you're trying to manipulate this is fraud. No, that's actually not.
That's not fraud. Anything that
fraud
be
is when you
but
send someone a lot of money to make a candy machine, and the contract that they provided that was signed off on by attorneys and lawyers, you do the opposite of that, and then you misappropriate the funds. That's fraud.
Are you aware that Caleb has been scammed? It's seeming likely.
We go to sour.gg. Buy some candy today. We got a really cool flavor coming up really soon. I'm very excited for it. Sign up for the email list, all right? Go buy the candy. There might be in some in stock. I'm not exactly sure. Go to sour.gg. This video is brought to you by sour.gg. The cotton candy is really good. I love it. Unless we...
Should I buy this and test it out on like stream or something like that? I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Forget the response to the Jack Films allegations, the doxing.
In my 17 years on YouTube, I've never once had someone come to my home and vaguely threaten me. Sssniperwolf needs to be deplatformed.
She said, let me start by saying I'm sorry for my recent action. Inexcusable. I'm sorry to Jack Film, YouTube, and the entire Cater community. She probably doesn't care, actually, to be honest. So anyways, what's going on now? That's all old.
You know, that's kind of tough when you have even like Twitter calling you out, bro. That's how you know when you messed up.
I'm sorry to Jack Film, YouTube, and the
Leah?
entire Cater community. She probably doesn't care, actually, to be honest. So anyways, what's going on now? That's all old news. All right, guys? That's all old news. Well, some actual old news has come back to haunt her. I feel like I'm covered in termites, and they're eating me from the inside out. They're eating my skin like it's delicious wood pulp. And they're turning me into a pithy piece of wood. They're slurping my sapwood. In fact, guys, Nerd City, a friend of the channel, an actual friend of the channel. A lot of time I say friend of the channel, it's people I talk shit about. An actual friend of the channel has some new information that has been brought to light from him. Some new details.
Come beneath the wigs and the musty scalp, into the mind of a malignant narcissist, and learn what's real and what's fake in the spiraling tower of projection built by the world's favorite greasy-haired YouTuber.
It's really interesting. Go check his video out. I have a link to it down in the description down below.
I may actually check that out.
I also have a bit of a personal tale that is directly related to all of this, which is really funny. So the new info that was brought to light by Nerd City stems from an event way back in 2018 during the rise of the Fortnite sensation known as Tyler Ninja Blevins.
What is this game, dude? Are you serious? Give me a green card! What are you doing? Holy shit!
Me and my friends played Uno, and we actually had that happen to one of our friends. Man got so mad, bro. He had like 20 cars by the time he actually got the car he needed, and at the end of that, he still lost. Let's be honest. I think either I won or one of my other friends won it. But at the end of the day, that man was heated at the end of the day. He did not want to play Uno ever again. Honestly, that's tough.
Oh, what I'm doing? Oh, don't do it. I don't have a green!
That's tough.
Yeah, I had foot cancer or something like that. I think he's doing fine. This was the time of his beautiful blue raspberry hair. It was a Fortnite Pro tournament. I'm not sure if he was involved in it. It wasn't just any Fortnite Pro tournament. It was the Celebrity Pro-Am. Pro-Am?
We've assembled some of the best gamers, streamers, and competitive players around, along with some of the biggest names in entertainment. They will join forces as duos and compete for that sweet, sweet victory royale.
There were pro players and gamers teamed up with celebrities or whatever, internet fucking people, amateurs. They were the amateurs. They were competing for $3 million to go to a charity of their choice. And it was in front of thousands, maybe actually hundreds, because there wasn't that many people there. It was pretty embarrassing, and honestly, it makes sense because it's Fortnite, it's a Pro-Am, and all this shit.
I say for a Fortnite tournament was just celebrity in it. I'd say that's actually pretty a good turnout.
It's a giant joke anyways. Look at all those people. This reminds me of Metallica live in Moscow, 1991. Oh wait, it reminds me nothing of that.
Oh my God.
This is how they set the 3 mil up. The winner got $1 million, and then 500,000, 250, 100, 80, 70, 60, 50. Basically losers. All right. 11th to 50th place won 20 grand only for charity, which is so cringe and just so like, why even show up if you're not gonna fucking win this shit? Just kidding. It's pretty cool. They didn't exclude anyone. All the creators and celebrities or whatever were allowed to choose their own charities and donate some money, no matter what, even if they fucking sucked and they didn't play. Pretty cool. The pro players, the celebrities were streamers or YouTubers mostly, you know, like Pokimane, an NBA player named Josh Hart.
At the buzzer, Josh Hart banks it in.
Yeah! Oh yeah! Me when I saw Pokimane and Josh Hart were involved. Ollie A was paired with the guy from Fall Out Boy, Pete Wentz.
Hey, what's up? I'm Pete from Fall Out Boy. Welcome to my crib.
Skyart! A YouTube fellow was teamed up with the fellow from iCarly, Nathan Kress. That's pretty cool. He looks pretty handsome.
This is amazing.
Someone finally friended you?
He still looks the same.
By the way, like, the reason we're talking about it today, Sssniperwolf. She was teamed up with Terrence Ross, an NBA player for Orlando Magic at the time. I have no idea. I don't keep up with Terrence Ross all that much, so I'm not sure if he's even active still.
Lineup for Team Giannis, and Nikola Vucevic will come off the bench. Oh my! Terrence Ross.
Somehow, she was not the amateur. Terrence Ross was the amateur. Sssniperwolf, the woman who has other people play video games for her and then pretends to play video games on her channel for like money and gamer girl clout. She's the pro player that's teamed up with NBA player Terrence. Like, this is so fucking confusing. The way that it's laid out, the Pro-Am, it should be an actual pro esports player. This is it. Ollie A, of course, is going to win. I don't actually know who won. I don't really care.
Of course, Ninja won. Come on now.
Pro-Am, him and Marshmallow come out on top.
To give credit to the event holders, though, I'll say I don't believe they thought she was necessarily a great player. In the intro of the event, they sort of threw her under the bus, which is pretty awesome, and I love it. They talk about how the talent is abundant.
The list of talent goes on and on. Ali A, Pokimane, Nick Merckx, Gotaga, CDN the Third.
But then they transition to, also joining us today is Sssniperwolf.
Also joining us today, Sssniperwolf.
Hey man, guess what? Who cares? Who are these people? 50 gamers? Who cares? Ollie A sucks. AIDS. Cringe. This is so funny. The chat is so good. Cringe. Ninja's the only one there who's like probably really good. I think Allier is pretty okay. Video games, though, probably. I remember he posted a lot of really awesome dancing videos of Fortnite, but I'm not sure if that sort of skill carries over into gameplay of Fortnite. After the intro, though, they say it's 50 gamers and 50 entertainers.
50 gamers, 50 entertainers, 1 victory royale.
Which, judging by the court documents we saw last year, I'm not sure if she's possibly could be considered a gamer, all right? The concept behind the Sssniperwolf YouTube channel was that young Evan would play games such as Call of Duty and or Metal Gear Rising Revengeance and record his gameplay. Young would then prepare a script for each recording for Celeste to read on camera while acting as though she was playing the recorded video game footage. I like to ponder in my mind, pontificate a bit, whether or not they would have invited her to the Fortnite Pro-Am had all of this information come out sooner. I feel like probably not. Or if she was, hopefully she'd be the amateur or something. And if you're wondering, she made it to 29th before getting eliminated, which is, she made a run at Tilted Towers pretty solid.
Sssniperwolf making a move in here, just trying to fly in, find somewhere safe to land, and we're going to have a lot of players doing similar things.
The event didn't seem to think she was that interesting either, like us, because of the 2 hours of footage up until that point of her gliding to Tilted Towers. It's pretty much all you see of her. That's all there is. And the only way we know she was 29th is because we saw her get eliminated with an LMG by Ryan C. She did get a knockout, but failed to secure the elimination. Sssniperwolf! Finally, 2 hours, 23 minutes into the event, she's on camera for all of us to witness. When the charity game, by the way, these are just warm-ups. When the charity game actually rolls around, she does terrible. She got 34th out of 50, which is fucking bad. And I really just want to say that that's embarrassing, and she should be very embarrassed still to this day. For charity or not, embarrassment is a healthy thing. Being embarrassed, feeling humility, it's good. But once again, off-screen death, and everyone's watching the Backpack Kid. What fucking shit that is, huh? And you wonder why the
Why was that even famous in the first place?
extraterrestrials in space don't come down and introduce themselves to us. That's fucking why, dude.
Yeah,
that's why. That's why.
They see humanity and they like, okay. Yeah, I think we just not going to interact with these things over here. Let's go somewhere else, somewhere smarter. It gotta be, right?
Why we're not getting any visitors. Okay? All this is why. What's funny, in spite of all this, on ranker.com, there was a prediction on how teams would fare, and the Terrence Ross and Sssniperwolf team was predicted to place 8th, which is awesome. I don't know, it's maybe just fucking lie on your resume. People think you're a pro gamer. It would be funny, though, if she was like sitting on her husband's lap at this time. That would be awesome. So anyways, that was a bit of an appetizer, her terrible, embarrassing performance in the tournament, which is just a terrible and embarrassing thing overall. And I love that about this whole situation. The main course of this whole story is during the event, there was a secret kind of thing that happened here.
When people would find out about it secondhand, they would inquire about it, and Azzy would ask them, please don't make a video about this.
Probably shouldn't mention it.
Man. She did not want the drama.
I mean, I don't want to comment on this.
But in those, sort of upper social circles, it's been known for years that there is a prominent creator who has a screw loose in their head.
A creator at the event caused a bit of trouble, it seems like. And you know what's funny? I actually knew about this. We'll get into it. I'll show my DMs from 2018. So Sssniperwolf, clearly not the pro gamer she sells herself as, or would have the world believe that she is.
Yeah, obviously, she was faking gameplay. Let's be real, she's probably not that good at Fortnite. That's why she went to doing TikTok reactions. I'm gonna be honest, that's what I think, at least.
She did not perform well in the competition, and she fucking went off the rails at one point as well. By the way, it is 6 years ago that this happened, and I wasn't physically there, all right? But I do have some, let me make sure I have this still, because I haven't checked these. I just remember this from the time. This was a long time ago. These are DMs from Azzyland, June 13th, 2018. I have so much to tell you when I'm back from LA. She tried to attack me at the party. I said, WTF, lol. She's a nut job. Thankfully, my friends pushed her away. That's insane. Ha ha ha. What a fruitcake, Lamau. Why TF would she do that? I said. She said, it was so out of nowhere, everyone was shocked. She was screaming that I faked my gameplay. I'm not even good at games, though. WTF, that's like saying I faked my gameplay. Projecting her own insecurities, she majorly embarrassed herself. I said, does she even have any wins in Fortnite she uploaded? If so, I bet she faked it. Yes, that sounds ultra cringe. I can't understand successful people being so insecure. I couldn't. I actually couldn't at the time. I really could. I didn't. I'm so stupid. I was homeschooled, and like at this point in my life, I wanted to. It was. It made sense that I couldn't understand that. Grass is greener. You know, my channel was very not successful at that point. She doesn't want to share the space with other women.
Like mine. Ain't that something great?
Everyone else is trying to bring each other up, and she's trying to tear others down. This is consistently a thing, by the way. Crazy, man. It's been 6 years since this happened. I said, yeah, that's crazy. The famine mentality. There isn't enough for everyone, only enough for me. She said she wants to be the only real hot gamer girl. I said, I want to be the first hot gamer guy and only. She said, I want to see my bitches succeed. I'm not competitive. Ha 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 ha. I said same for sure. I really wanted to be the first hot gamer guy, genuinely. Like, that was a big thing in my mind at the time. I was trying to make it playing Feed and Grow. Have you guys ever seen the videos of me playing? This is me in 2018, by the way. Please don't look at it. Please don't show that. Don't show. Cut that out. Don't. Stop it. Stop. I failed.
Except, bro, man looks way different now.
Being the first hot gamer guy.
All right, I'm going to turn this music off. It's so bad.
Oh, I got some.
There we go. Much better. I can make my own music in my head. Yeah, finding Nemo. I'm really stupid. I'm sorry.
So that's a long time ago. That's crazy. So there's my context to add to the situation. If you were there, let me know exactly what happened down below. But so far, this is all reliant upon Azzyland, who actually was there. So Nerd City in his video plays a clip of a Sssniperwolf saying that she is a bad sport when she loses video games, and she might even attack someone, which is insane because it's like she's a rodent.
Failing to assault other internet celebrities within the game. She made up for it in real life.
It's like she's an animal that cannot control her impulses, which is awesome. I love the honesty, but what the f?
I never had time to practice or go to events and compete, and not to mention I am a very bad sport. If I lose, like, I'll go apeshit or cry or attack people. I'll literally attack people. I get really, really competitive.
That clip.
So she's a sore loser. That's really what she just said, that she was a sore loser. That's all we needed to know. Okay.
Years and years and years old from back in the COD days, okay, when Evan was still recording her gameplay. But that's not a far cry from reality. Nerd City reports that many people present at the event saw Sssniperwolf get into a screaming match with her husband Evan, her then husband Evan.
What many who were there did witness off camera was Sssniperwolf getting involved in altercations. The first of which was a screaming match with her partner Evan.
He can't play for her live.
When I don't get my way, I scream, and I scream really loud.
Sssniperwolf and the man who now claims to have been playing.
See, I watch during these days. I remember this though. Okay, that's when I used to watch Sssniperwolf, but now I don't anymore. I actually need to unsubscribe for her. I still never subscribed, but like this is when I used to watch her.
For her at home were observed to be furious with each other immediately after her last place finish.
I like to imagine that she was really mad at him that he couldn't shrink down to the size of that little guy in Men in Black and get inside of her head and control her motor functions or do the Ratatouille thing. I'm sure she said, Evan, why can't you do the Ratatouille thing? Evan, do the Ratatouille thing.
Oh my God.
Why can't you do that? With the game now, Evan. That wasn't the worst altercation, though, in spite of it being hilarious, you know, with the Ratatouille thing. Azzyland recounts her story that she recounted to me the day that it happened, the day after it happened. It began like this. Azzy saw Sssniperwolf with a group of mutual friends, and even though her and Sssniperwolf weren't friendly with each other, she still decided to go up and talk to them, since they'd waved and greeted her.
They were like in a circle, and I walked to the bathroom, and then when I was walking back, I saw them, and they're like, hey, Azzy! And then I was like, Sniper was there. And I'm like, oh, you know what, just be nice. They just walk over.
During the conversation, Azzyland started telling a self-deprecating story about herself. And during this story, when she's looking at Sssniperwolf, Azzy saw her silent, taking it all in, and clearly angry.
And then I go in there and I got really awkward, so I started like just telling an embarrassing story of myself. And she...
It got awkward, so I just started telling an embarrassing story about my... What? People do that when they awkward? What the heck?
Just like is looking at me, she's silent, and she's like...
That was when she lunged at her like a beast, like a creature, like that f***ing demon from on top of that armoire in The Conjuring. You know what I'm talking about? That...
Oh, yeah.
The made me scared of armoires for a while. I tell you what, I live in fear because of that movie. Fuck!
She just like...
Why is everyone scared of The Conjuring? That was literally one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. I'm gonna be honest.
Is looking at me, she's silent, and she's like angry, and then she like lunges at me, and I don't remember like exact details because it was just fucking terrifying. Got in between and like pulled her off me, and then they took her back into the room, and then I was out there, and they were like, "What the was that?" It was just like, it was so. Oh yeah, she was like, oh yeah, she screaming at me. She's like.
Azzy then mentioned names as she mentioned her friends to me. I didn't really ask or care. I just wanted to make a video with her. At the time, I think I wanted to make a video about Sssniperwolf with her back in those days, because that was when I was like starting into commentary kind of reaction stuff. Anyways, the names are bleeped in the Nerd City video. Nerd reached out to them. They wished not to be mentioned, so their names are, you know, obviously respected and censored, etc., etc. It's pretty cool. And by the way, the reason this is only coming out now is because the people who actually did witness it, like I could have made a video about this, I guess, but it just seems like, I don't know, I could have done this, I guess. I don't know, long time ago. Alas, I'm a fucking idiot. The people who actually witnessed it, who were there, did not make videos about it because they don't want to do drama stuff, which is fine because they don't make the kind of content. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. If you don't like it, it's fine. Do whatever you want.
The people who...
Yeah, that's why I would I reported on some of the Hong Kong Star Wars drama, but like, that's why most of it, I just didn't really get into it because I don't want this channel to be all about drama. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just leave that there. And because there was so many videos that was coming out, mainly from the drama fanatics themselves. And I was like, oh my gosh, I ain't about to react to all of this because there's no reason for me to.
Who saw it never made a video about this, probably to like preserve their reputation as drama free. And because that's not the kind of content that they normally make.
Who told you? Now I need to know.
When people would find out about it secondhand, they would inquire about it, and Azzy would ask them, please don't make a video about this.
Probably shouldn't mention it.
Man.
I'm glad Nerd City did this shit because he's incredible. He makes incredible videos. Once again, we'll have a link to his video down below, and just go subscribe to his channel. Production, it's just not even...
Subscribe to my channel too.
On the same wavelength as like what anybody I know does. It's just another level. It's another level. It's one of those level things, you know? It's just much better than this. For example, the way that Nerd portrays the stark contrast of the actual story, what happened, and how the rest of the evening people had to keep Sssniperwolf away from Azzyland.
The rest of the night, everybody made sure like she was on the opposite side of the room.
I don't really know who Azzyland is. I'm gonna be honest. Like, let me know down in the comment section below, like what she does, because I don't know. I know of her, but I don't really know her. I saw her face before, but that's about it.
It's me.
She gonna make me commit a crime, bro. You gonna make me do something violent. These hands are rated E for everyone. I would've popped him right then and there.
And interjecting all the clips of Sssniperwolf talking about her being violent as if it's some kind of weird, you know, cute quirk she has, some kind of strange, endearing behavior, and it's not a concerning, despicable pattern of malevolence.
I mean, there was this one bitch who talked so much on me online, and then she came up to me, smiled, and tried to hug me. I'm like, you call me stupid and ugly, we throwing hands.
Bit of a self-report, I guess. Thanks, Sssniperwolf. Ah, yeah. Somehow she got away with this all the way up until now, and I saw Nerd's video. I saw this video when it came out, and I was like, dude, I have to cover this. Like, do you mind if I cover this? And he said, of course, you know, you are what I strive to be. You didn't say that shit. I'm just kidding. I'm lying. Not even funny joke, unfortunately. But I thought it was very interesting because I quite literally was talking to Azzyland at the time of that happening. And she told me like the morning after, which is awesome. It all comes full circle, motherfuckers. Anyways, anytime to shit on Sssniperwolf is a time that is a good time for me, okay? She's a mirror, all right? She's a fucking copycat. She's always a reflection of someone else, and she's willing to do exactly what they do to... She's a skinwalker. She gets into that and then buries the original.
Is that a bear?
She's the greatest copycat of all time, really.
Mirroring is an interesting phenomenon with an ever-growing oral history. When you search for copycats or narcissists or identity theft, there are so many anecdotes from victims who were thrown for a loop by close encounters of the narcissistic kind.
Identity theft.
The narcissist will steal your identity and become a twisted version of who you are,
while smearing them the whole time to everybody else.
They probably disrespect you a whole lot behind your back, but then again, they're copying you. doing the things that you do.
To be fair, that's what a lot of YouTubers are. There's levels of copying to everything, but most, you know, copying, inspiration, whatever, imitation is the highest form of flattery I've heard some people say, I think.
People will always just come.
See, the way, I mean, like everybody copy. Every YouTuber copies. That's super, right? Like, when it comes to reaction videos, I guess you could say that's a form of copy. I don't know. But as for, like, any of my Honkai videos or, like, any videos I do on games, sometimes I do see people, like, do, like, Moga, for instance. He had, he had the series, God Mode. I was like, I want to do that. And so I did it. But I changed it up from how he actually does it. He does it a way different way than I do it. And I was like, yeah, because like I want to put my own spin on it, and I made my own spin on it. So far, it's doing pretty all right. And make sure I go check that video out. God Mode Acheron. I need to do more God Modes. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Come at me, be like, hey, you copied this. Oh, you copied that.
The copying comes from the narcissistic feeling of entitlement.
Because I want to do it too.
They feel entitled to the admiration that someone else is getting.
There will be times where I watch a really cool video from somebody and I really like the challenge, and then I will copy their challenge.
They want to
See, it's like she copied the challenge. She don't get inspired by the challenge. That's like me. Like I said, I saw his video. I was like, oh, I want to do that as well. So I did it my own little way. And I still say that it was pretty decent. It was pretty good. But I'm not going to just copy him word for word. Like, oh, let me copy this exact thing. Like, what?
Take that good reputation and apply it to themselves, even if it's unwarranted.
The difference with Sssniperwolf is that it's malicious. The thumbnail argument is the funniest one, in my opinion. She's so adamant that Azzyland is copying every single one of her thumbnails and titles to the T, but it's just that you can see it. You can just see it. It's her evidence is mediocre. What is this? I have screenshot of you uploading the same video as me minute after I upload multiple occasions. How would she even know that, dude? How would she even know that? I bet that makes her so mad though too. She probably just screams in her house. I bet she just yells and she bitches and she loves to hear the sound of her own voice. She's one of those people. I hate those kind of people, dude, who just like interrupting. I hate it, bro. You can't get this. Is such bad evidence though, because it's in German. 9.4 Wiedergaben, 12 Minuten Gaben versus 149 Wiedergaben, 22 Minuten Gaben. She also got community noted. It's not even in English. It proves absolutely nothing. The community is on our side, aka the side of truth, logic, reasoning, being based and red-pilled, and other things that are funny to say ironically, or fun to say ironically. But funny.
I mean, it's like the thumbnail stealing. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I do that. I mean, as y'all can see, I was probably gonna do it with this video. If the thumbnail's better than what I can make, then I kind of just like, all right, let me just use their thumbnail instead then. But most of the time, if I can, I make my own. Sometimes I just can't find good pictures. I'm learning how to make better thumbnails.
Is sort of subjective.
And I do add my little stuff onto it as well.
Now, not only is Sssniperwolf claiming that her thumbnails and titles are being stolen, but also the way she speaks in her jokes, she says it's fraud. What are you fucking talking about? This is so mentally unwell.
All right, guys. So the reason why I know what the actual definition of fraud is not because of Oompaville, okay? Not because he said it earlier. It's because of the place I work at, right? I have to actually know what that means because people call in and I gotta decipher if it's fraud or not, right? So the thing about it is, fraud is when you tell somebody like let's say it's store 1 and store 2, right? No, let's say you're a customer, you go to the store for a specific thing. They said that they're going to give you 600 DVDs for the price of $1, right? No, that's first of all, nobody would ever do that. But you go in there, you give them the $1, and they give you 600 DVDs. Now, they promise that the DVDs are all legitimate and are not fake or bootleg, right? And then you go home, you put them in, and you realize that they're bootleg. It's something you pay for something that you thought you was going to get, but turns out you didn't get in that transaction. That's how I explain fraud, because it's basically you give somebody money for something that you thought you was going to get from that transaction, but it turns out to be something totally different. And then that's when it comes in as fraud.
Well,
but then there's different layers of fraud. So if like fraud is just a word that's surrounded by multiple other words, there's different kinds of fraud that you can go through.
Is insane.
That's just the most basic one.
Just what the f are you talking about? Post the backup. Instead of fist fighting and talking about fist fighting, how about you post it? The way you're trying to manipulate this is fuck. Don't you dare call Sssniperwolf a liar, guys. She has the proof of it all. That's why she hasn't posted it yet. and she keeps being made a fool. It's funny to me that most of the time she ignores call outs and pretends like haters don't exist or whatever, and then is just happy with all the money she has. But the times where she has actually addressed it, it just is so disingenuous. It's just lies. It makes no sense. Her response to Jack's film is like, oh my god. This is where it gets incredibly epic and way worse. She pulls the ultimate strategy out of her pocket. Sue, lawsuits. She loves lawsuits. I'm hearing me, I'm knocking and never made it. I have no idea how to knock. He literally mounted and ran on Google, and then I threatened him and knocked him. I don't think that's how that works, to be honest. I think that accusing someone of doxing would be defamation if it were untrue, but like actually doxing someone and accusing someone of being doxed are very different. I think we should let experts, you know, determine what exactly happened, but for now it doesn't look that good, and I don't think that would end very well. You got an AI to write that. You got an AI. You recently learned how to read, probably. All right, just because that's the natural order of things. People like you generally learn to read when they're pushing 35, 40, all right? And that makes, how old is she? Sssniperwolf. She better not be my age.
She's not 20?
Okay, thank God. She's 31. Makes sense. She looks good for 31.
31 looking like that? Oh, well, huh? God dang, she hot, bro. What the heck, man?
And by good, I mean bad. Am I right, fellas? So Sssniperwolf is objectively a manipulator, a liar. She's a true copycat. That's all very well established. Most people with their own brains can sort of deduct that from basic evidence provided by us awesome YouTubers on the front lines. Copying shit is a trait of a narcissist, and obviously she's a narcissist. She just acts like a narcissist. And this is all a result of another girl who is similar, uploading slightly similar stuff or similar stuff along this. There's a bunch of channels that used to do this, by the way. Like these videos, they're trends. You're not inventing anything new. This is all reaction stuff. That's
everyone follows the same trend when it comes to like big stuff like that. I wonder if I copy Sssniperwolf stuff, would I get bigger on there? I didn't mean to say that in the video. Anyway, let's continue.
Stolen from BuzzFeed. Like it's just it's an industrial complex. It's the reaction industrial complex for a few years was just, you're not stealing anything. You haven't created anything original ever in your entire life. You have to be funny and entertaining and people will like you. The end. But if you say that other people are stealing the shit you're doing and you're also not funny or entertaining or creative in any way, you're going to end up like this.
You're so ugly, girlfriend.
Did you just call her ugly?
Yeah, so what?
You should never call a girl ugly.
Well, I just did because she is.
She's actually kind of cute, you know. I would rate her 8 out of 10 on the hotness scale.
Okay, what now? Are you gonna like dab on me? Perhaps you should button your shirt to prove your point?
That's why you should leave this little boy here and come date a real dragon like me.
Not a copycat. It's not possible.
What the? No, what? Never mind. I don't want to react. I take that back. I don't want to react to the videos that she reacts to. This is why I don't use TikTok now. This is why I stay off that site, man.
My favorite is the German case of her saying,
I don't know what to say.
You post the same video as me minutes after. How the f would she do that? You're saying in 10 minutes she made the same video and just posted it? Is there a
like with this video, it's 35 minutes long. This is going to, well, first I got to record it. I'm already 34 minutes in. Then after that, I got to do some edits to it. It's going to take longer, then upload it. Bro, you cannot copy nobody within that short time span unless you literally have somebody spying on like, what video are they reacting to? Oh my gosh, reacting to that. Okay, I could do it now. Like,
Mole? Is there someone on the inside? Maybe it's Evan. Blame it on Evan. Let's I want to see that fist fight still.
A few minutes after Sssniperwolf, and that in Sniperwolf's mind was proof that Azzy had copied the video from her, which makes no sense. Now, the reason that that's terrible proof that Azzy was copying from Sniperwolf is that you can't make an entire YouTube video in a few minutes. So there's no way she could have copied the theme of the video from her.
Even reactions take longer than a few minutes to make.
And uploaded.
Even the lowest tier of reaction pages literally just sit there and look at the video, don't say anything, and be like, all right, guys, that's the video. Takes way less time. It takes way more time than that because they gotta actually react to the whole video.
instantly like that. And it just doesn't make any sense.
Not only a liar, but now you look dumb as hell.
Thankfully, you know, the public could figure that out.
Not only a liar, but now you look dumb as hell. Oh. And so all this nonsense while she's sitting on a high horse and quite literally stealing someone else's identity, this person being Azzyland. And you guys have probably seen the whole red dress situation where Azzyland did a house tour in 2018, the end of 2018, and then Sssniperwolf did a house tour, and it's just the same, like she actually copied her legitimately. Like it was 100% a copy. Pretty awesome. Pure jealousy, pure copycat.
You know what probably went through Sssniperwolf's head when she saw that? So she saw her do the house tour, right? She was like, I could look better in that same dress. I look better than her. And then she went and just copied her and did it. It was like, yeah, see.
That pure. It's the same dress. There's no pretending here. There's no, it's
we all know what she was thinking when she did that, bro.
We've actually seen their true intentions just flowing out of them at every turn throughout their career. She's been hated for a long time, and really recently, obviously with the whole Jax film stuff. She genuinely feels entitled to the admiration of others. She feels like she's owed stuff that other people have earned. It's unbelievable. It's fucking crazy. And at this point,
it's my viewers and I want it now.
We now realize that she was originally a woman who faked her gameplay. She hated being that. She saw something better, which was Azzyland, and decided to change into her. Sssniperwolf is a skinwalker. She changed right down to the accent, or at least similar mannerisms of speaking.
When I finally watched some Azzyland content, I was like, there it is. That's the voice.
We don't care what you are. We don't care if you're not even the same species. Wait, they got a house? Why are they so angry all the time? This girl does sound like her. She's trying to talk like her. And then she's gonna act surprised like, oh, they thought I was her? But you were inspired by her.
And with Sssniperwolf, it was this bizarre affectation that threw me off so much that I made a montage out of it. Like, what the hell is that impression?
Jokes.
When you promise to only eat one cookie.
I'm gonna be good tonight. I'm only gonna eat one Oreo. That's it.
This person should be a lawyer. He's like, you said one cookie.
The only one. Just one. That's it.
I didn't know how much she'd copied from you.
Sssniperwolf dedicated herself to becoming the ultimate Azzyland. Basically, it seems like that is what that's what happened, and she can't hide it now at this point. And people especially won't believe your bullshit when you're infamous on the internet for saying shit like this. When I don't get my way, I scream.
And when I don't get my way, I scream, and I scream really loud.
Ghosting a 10-year-old with cancer.
Sssniperwolf is in big trouble. She did something absolutely disgusting, ghosting a terminally ill 10-year-old with cancer
and just making fun of people.
Yeah, that's a situation. She can't own. She like it's nothing she can say to defend herself about that. Like, oh, my days are busy, bro. You're a YouTuber. You could have took like 5 minutes, 10 minutes out of your day to at least even FaceTime the person and be like, hey, yo, what's up? Yeah. Instead of just straight up saying, oh yeah, I'm just too busy to do anything, so I can't do it right now. I'll let you know later. Like, what the heck, bro? Like, come on, it ain't that hard.
People's bodies.
Girl, the only medical bills you are paying is for that nose, the lips, the tits, and the ass.
No wonder she wants to be somebody else. I fucking wouldn't want to be her either. Holy shit. She's genuinely a narcissist, and it's not possible at this point to pretend that any other reality could otherwise be true. Boom. Yeah. That bitch. Now, for clarity, the reason we felt like it'd be important to rehash some of the points and topics we've covered already in this Sssniperwolf situation is because of Nerd's video and his job that he has done taking clips of Sssniperwolf doing incredibly manipulative things and comparing them to statements from professionals describing narcissistic behavior. And it is absolutely true. Things like copying someone else they see as having desirable traits, Azzyland.
If I take those personality traits and put them into me, I can become a better person, which would make me a better version of them because I'm different from them. That's just how my mind works, y'all.
It's just very strange.
She like stole her accent and shit too,
know,
the way she talks.
The Toronto way
fucking
of talking,
weirdo.
yeah.
True weirdo shit.
Sssniperwolf even stole the way Azzy speaks. It's weird, dude.
It's getting a little weird in there. It's getting a little strange. Copying outfits, work, ideas. Why would she rip this off? Why would she steal this thing?
The thing about it's like some people are in that obviously want to see this and all the information and be like, okay, yeah, that's smart, that's right. No,
it's a
seen the
house
rest later.
tour or the red
We got
dress.
3
Who
minutes left.
cares? What are the chances, though? Honestly, it seems so intentional. She seems like she's gaslighting her audience into hating Azzyland.
Bro, what? They have the same mirror? They both did a house tour in the same outfit? This looks like the same exact dress, dude.
Narcissist copy. Blatant copying, such as wearing the same clothes that you might wear, copying your work, copying your ideas.
She literally copied the house tour as he did, and even wore the same outfit during the house tour, and even pointed out the same things in the house tour that Azzy did. When I say same thing,
you know what would have been better? If she literally stole everything in our house tour and had it in her house. Like, that would have been even better.
Weird things that you wouldn't normally point out in a house tour.
Also trying to be the better version of the person they're copying.
Like this really weird example where Azzyland is talking about plants in her home, basically saying that, you know, she doesn't really take care of them. They end up being killed and dying. But then Sssniperwolf goes on to say that they're luscious, well taken care of plants.
More plants that I'm killing.
A luscious, well taken care of plant.
And try to make it better, almost like out of spite.
It's the entitled person doesn't just feel special. They have to be more special than you.
Recollecting instances of violence or wrongdoing of another person fondly rather than regretfully, so a lack of empathy or emotion. So we know this, and the whole time as well, the fact that Sssniperwolf is the one pulling the Uno reverse card saying as he's ripping her off, that is just next level disturbing and weird and unnecessary. She referred to her as a fraud as recently as 2023. Sorry, FUD. As for the claiming fraud thing, that's like a legal liability. Fraud is a crime. I wouldn't be concerned with her saying this about anything she said. She accused Jack of defamation for saying she doxed him or some shit. Defamation, also a thing that you can be held legally liable for. Her and her lawyers are absolute buffoons, and this specifically is covered in the court case with her husband, where they treat that like it was a grade school math class. They tried to establish legal precedents that she was being gaslit, even though we have a burden of proof that she's done this to seemingly everyone she's ever had a negative interaction with ever online, and she's just done it publicly, like you can see. Anyways, guys, once again, go check out Nerd City's video. He gave a bunch more information highlighting all of Sssniperwolf's narcissistic tendencies. He went way beyond what we covered in this video, and it's cool. She truly is a skinwalker trying to be Azzyland. It's embarrassing. Anyways, it's well worth a watch, and I'm grateful to Nerd for letting me cover his deep dive into the psychology of the worst, most rampant narcissist on YouTube. Giant narcissist. By the way, I'm not a narcissist. All right, I'm a nice guy. I'm a really nice guy. I'm a narcissist.
A narcissist. There you go. But obviously, good video from Upaville. Make sure you guys give him a like and subscribe if you don't know who he is. Upaville, 5.1 million subscribers. Y'all should know who he is by now. Let's be real, okay? All right. Anyway, like the thing that I did want to say at the end is it's kind of tough because Sssniperwolf has more followers, right? Which means most people are not going to believe Azzyland, as in the way of, like, obviously sane regular people gonna believe her, right? They're gonna be like, okay, yeah, this makes sense, right? I mean, like, they were like, all right, we see the evidence. Like, we received the evidence. We see the evidence. That makes sense, right? You know, whatever. But the people that isn't gonna believe her is the idiots on the internet, okay? They don't be like, oh, but one has more subscribers than the other, so that means one had to been copying the other one, right? Like, that's not always how it works, bro. Nah, but the best thing, I ain't gonna lie, the best thing about all of this video, okay, that TikTok video, I skimmed through it. It still haunts me. It still haunts me even now. But anyway, the best thing about it is where is it at? Where is it at? I can't find it. Whatever. But is when they both had when they hit the house, when they both had the same dress, bro. That literally is the most funniest thing. Because I 9 out of 10, like I said, 9 out of 10, what was going through her mind was, I can rock this better than her. I can make a house tour better than hers. My house look better than hers. You know what? I'm gonna do the same exact video. I'm gonna say all the good things, and then watch is better than hers. Like, bro, like, what the heck? Anyway, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you do. Don't forget to share the video. And yeah, that's the Sssniperwolf drama of this year. I wonder how many more we're gonna get. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're so close 600 subscribers, bro. Oh my gosh, I didn't think it would be here this early, but it's getting there. It's getting there, and I love you guys. Peace out. I see y'all in the next video. I'm about to go probably rest up a little bit because I am still sick, and see you. Bye.